Let's look at Asia on a map of the world. You'll notice that the southernmost portion of Asia creates a triangular wedge that dips into the Indian Ocean. That piece of land, that subcontinent, is a large landmass that is smaller than a continent. It is India. And the Indian subcontinent, also called South Asia, consists of 7 countries. There's Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, the Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. Together, these countries make up one of the most unique geographic regions in the world, with soaring mountains, powerful rivers, and fertile plains, just to name a few of the dominant features of southern Asia. There are huge mountain ranges that separate the Indian subcontinent from the rest of Asia. There's the rugged Hindu Kush Mountains in the northwest that divide the subcontinent from Central Asia. 2 smaller mountain ranges stretch down India's coast. The eastern and western Ghats are low mountains that separate India's east and west coast from the country's interior. Perhaps the most impressive physical features in the subcontinent are the Himalayas. These enormous mountains stretch about 1,500 miles along the northern border of the Indian subcontinent. They were formed by the collision of 2 massive tectonic plates. The Himalayas are home to the world's highest mountains. On the border between Nepal and China is Mount Everest, the highest mountain on the planet. It measures some 29,035 feet above sea level, and K2 in northern Pakistan is the world's 2nd highest peak. Speaking about the Himalayas, southern Asia's 2 major river systems, the Ganges and the Indus, both originate in the Himalayan mountains. Each carries massive amounts of water from the mountain's melting snow and glaciers. For thousands of years, these rivers have flooded the surrounding land and left rich soil deposits and fertile plains. India's most important river is the Ganges. The Ganges flows across northern India and into Bangladesh, joins with other rivers, and creates a huge delta. A delta is a landform at the mouth of a river created by sediment. It's called this because it's in the shape of a triangle. Along the length of the Ganges is a vast area of rich soil and fertile farmland. Known as the Ganges Plain, this region is India's farming heartland. Likewise, Pakistan's Indus River also creates a fertile plain known as the Indus River Valley. This valley was once home to the earliest Indian civilizations. Today, it is Pakistan's most densely populated region. There are many other geographic features scattered throughout this subcontinent, as it's a huge landmass. For example, there's a large hilly plateau called the Deccan in the center of the Indian subcontinent, and east of the Indus Valley there's the Thar, or Great Indian Desert. This is marked by rolling sand dunes, and parts of this desert get less than 4 inches of rain per year. One more geographic feature is the Tari in southern Nepal. It has fertile farmland and tropical jungles. From the snow-peaked Himalayan mountains to the dry Thar Desert, the climates of the Indian subcontinent are widely varied. In the Himalayas, a highland climate brings cool temperatures to much of Nepal and Bhutan. The plains south of the Himalayas have a humid subtropical climate. Hot, humid summers with plenty of rainfall are common in this important farming region. Tropical climates dominate much of the subcontinent. The tropical savanna climate in central India and Sri Lanka keeps temperatures there warm all year long. This region experiences wet and dry seasons during the year. A humid tropical climate brings warm temperatures and heavy rains to parts of southwest India, Sri Lanka, Maldives, and Bangladesh. The remainder of the subcontinent has dry climates. Desert and steppe climates extend throughout southern and western India and most of Pakistan. Monsoons have a huge influence on the weather and climates in the subcontinent. Monsoons are seasonal winds that bring either moist or dry air to an area. From June to October, summer monsoons bring moist air up from the Indian Ocean, causing heavy rains. Flooding often accompanies these summer monsoons. In 2005, for example, the city of Mumbai received 37 inches of rain in just 24 hours. However, in winter, the monsoons change directions and bring dry air from the north. Because of this, little rain falls from November to January. The Indian subcontinent has a plethora of resources. Perhaps the most important resource is the region's fertile soil. Farms produce many crops: rice, tea, jute, nuts, and also timber and livestock are key resources in the subcontinent, particularly in the countries of Nepal and Bhutan. The Indian subcontinent also has an abundance of mineral resources. Large deposits of iron and coal are found in India. Pakistan has natural gas reserves, and Sri Lanka has many gemstones.